What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks again for joining me. Today, we're going to talk about sundial growers. And I know you've been waiting for a video because it's been a while. I've been very busy with a new house and moving and all sorts of other stuff. But I promise you, I am back and I am ready to make videos again for you. With that being said, just remember I am not a financial advisor and this is just my opinion. So don't sue me if you can't make money with any of this information I give you. It's not my problem. It's just for fun. So let's get into it, guys. So today it is Wednesday and we are looking at it's May 26th. Wow, year's moving quick, but Sundial is up 13% on the day. Very impressive, actually. And after hours, we're actually up to another 2%. So we're up to 88 cents. So not bad. I wanted to talk a little bit about where I think this is going. Now, as far as the chart goes, I did take a look at the chart. We've been trading kind of sideways for a while now. Generally, when you trade sideways, a lot of times you're going to go up eventually, right? You don't really go down after trading sideways because you're at your support line, right? So basically right now, we're at 88 cents. I could see this getting into the 90s within the week and then, moving back above $1 here shortly. Now, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I've looked at with Sundial and some things to be happy about and some things I'm actually still a little bit concerned about because looking at some of their statistics, there are some things that kind of bother me, but at the same time, there is a lot to be happy about. So let's take a look here about valuation measures. All right, so we're actually doing pretty good. The market cap is actually still extremely high value compared to last year around this time. I mean, last year around this time, we were under 83 million, and now we're sitting at 1.41 billion. So, I mean, if you've been holding this since then, you're sitting on money still. I mean, there's really not much that can be said about that. The enterprise value of the company is actually lower because the company has a ton of cash, and I actually want to go down here and talk about that. It's one of the things that's been kind of bothering me. So the balance sheet, right? So total cash right now is at 907 million. Little to no debt, right? So the debt ratio is just, it's practically not there. So I'm just sitting here wondering, like, what are we going to do with this money? What's Sundial going to do? Because this is where you take your money and you grow your business. If you're not growing your business will die. And that is one concern I do have with Sundial growers. And that's something I've talked about in, some of my past videos where I've said it. I'm like, Sundial needs to be spending money and they need to spend money before it's too late because their competitors will spend money. And if they spend money ahead of Sundial, they're going to get a jump on the market and it's over at that point. So this is kind of a race, right? So 907 million. We could talk about buying, other companies, maybe upgrading what you already have, figuring out ways to expand your market, right? Because they're a Canadian company. How can we get into other countries? How can we, make our products better? I know Sundial is very big on the whole experience, right? I call them like the Apple of cannabis stocks because, they have the marketing look, right? The colorful design of their product. And to me, it's always been, we're going to sell the product because people want an experience, right? But if you're sitting on $907 million, that's a lot of money that you could be enhancing that experience with, okay? So this is something that concerns me. Ton of cash, little debt. What's going on? Why haven't we been spending money on making this business better? I just don't understand. Are we confused about what we're supposed to do with it? Are the leaders, are they scared? Like, what's going to happen, right? Like, what's supposed to happen? Cash flow is a little negative. Maybe they're worried about that, right? Like, oh, we have negative cash flow. We're going to need this. I don't know. But they need to figure it out soon because that's one thing that's bothering me. Obviously, they're not making making gross profits yet simply because they're still needing to grow the business. A lot of companies out there actually aren't even profitable for the first few years of their life. They either wither out and die or they end up succeeding because they put their effort and energy into new stuff and they invest in themselves. So that's one thing I will follow companies that are investing in their own products. So this is a little depressing. 52-week high was actually in the 480s, if I remember correctly. It was an after-hour price. I know some of you guys who watch my videos are probably at the 396 or somewhere in that area, and all I can say is at this point, if you sell, you're not diamond handing, you're losing money. So you might as well hold on for the ride and see what happens. I do see this stock going up eventually. We have a lot of catalysts that still need to come into play, right? Are we going to legalize marijuana in the United States? That's a big one, right? That will open up a huge market, and if that happens, then yeah, to the moon this thing goes, right? I do want to talk about the shorts float of the float on here. We have a 13% short of the float on this stock, and I think they said 256 million or 256.26 million shares are shorted currently. And I actually don't know the total float of this stock. I'd have to look it up. I imagine it's in the billions. Here we go, right here, 1.86 billion, right? So out of 1.86 billion, 13% of it is the 256.26 million. So it's got a decent amount of shorts on it, but most stocks right now do, simply because, if you've been paying attention to the stock market, you know that the whole fears of inflation have been driving prices down. And honestly, I think SNDL is a big victim of that, right? People are afraid of inflation, and that's starting to ease up a little bit. I do think that by the end of summer, we'll probably be out of that fear of inflation because we'll be able to kind of have a better grasp about, what to expect moving forward. So this is a perfect time to buy the stock. I mean, get in while the getting in's good. It's going to go up. There's no doubt about it. That's my opinion, at least. I'm still all in on SNDL. I have no problems with holding the stock. Diamond hand this thing if you're already in on it. No use of selling something and losing your money and then watching it go back up. It's going to be the saddest day of your life at that point. And I'm sure if you've been trading, you've probably ran into this situation plenty of times before where you sell and then, a month or two later, all of a sudden it goes to the moon and you're just like, oh. Trust me, it happened with Dogecoin with me. Last year I was joking around. I bought like 15,000 Dogecoin for like $20 or something like that. I was joking, and now I sold it, and now it's worth like 50 cents, or was worth like 50 cents a few weeks ago, 70 cents even, and I could have just cashed that in for 20, for a few bucks here and make 15 grand off of it. But we all regret our mistakes, and don't regret this one because this will go to the moon. So, guys, with that being said, thanks again for joining me. I am sorry I have been away. I promise I will be making more videos for you. Probably not at the same rate. I'll probably do a few every week, maybe 2-3 a week at the most, because I do have a new house. We got into some real estate, so I've added that to the portfolio. And I've added a few more picks to the portfolio I'm going to talk about here in some new videos, and I will share those with you. But until then, I hope you guys are having a great day. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.